are you ready for a fight? Well, I'm showing you an easy 30-minute calzone and a special 24-hour version, and see which one is best. So ready, set, fight. We're starting off with our first contender, our 30-minute calzone. It's quick, it's easy, family friendly. Let's go.
Round one.
All you need is a bowl to mix things up. We're gonna use an entire container of ricotta cheese. Normally I'm all about swapping in cottage cheese for that extra ooey gooey factor. We want a pocket of cheesiness, not a soggy calzone. And I don't wanna spend the time to drain off the cottage cheese. For the seasoning, a spoonful of affection of Italian seasoning, a teaspoon, a dash of tenderness salt, half a teaspoon, a dash of tenderness pepper, half a teaspoon, half a bag of mozzarella cheese, half a bag of parm. Okay, that was a lot, but check out my lovely measuring spoons. Remember, the full recipe is going to be on my website. Now let's talk dough. We've got some dough from the store to keep things easy peasy. A bit of flour on the table so it doesn't stick, and then let's roll it out. You can make them the traditional way. We're going to make heart shape because why not? It's fun, right? First, we're going to fold the dough in half, and we're going to cut both sides out at the same time. This pan has a removable bottom, which I'll use as my template, although a cookie cutter would be so much easier and nicer and prettier. Sure, it's a rough and ugly heart, but don't judge me. Let's open our heart up. Fill the middle with our cheesy mix, a big healthy scoop, and some baby pepperonis. Just shove them in as many as you want here. Pinch them closed. Hopefully it keeps its shape, but we're gonna bake it in the pan, so it should. Fingers crossed. What do you think? Cute? Now you don't have to cook a calzone in a pan, but I want my heart-shaped calzones, so we're gonna give our pan a quick spray. We're setting our air fryer to 375 degrees. The oven should be set at 400. It sounds a bit low at 375, but it's perfect for getting that golden look without burning. Look at these. We'll rotate them so they brown nice and evenly. Wow, that only took 9 minutes and they are perfect. I'm gonna hit them with a little bit more garlic butter and perfection. Now open your favorite jar of marinara, warm and dip. Cheesy, easy goodness. Wow, I think that was less than 30 minutes. It's a fluffy dough, using like the store-bought dough. It's a fluffy dough, so it doesn't like crisp up and do like pizza crust does. But this is a yummy, quick 30-minute calzone. That was more like 15-20-minute calzones. That's not bad.
Final round.
And now for our second contender. We're taking our kitchen fun to the next level with a 24-hour calzone that's sure to beat the less than 30-minute one. He's down for the count. 1, 2, 3. Winner! All right, this is gonna be worth every second. We're kicking things off with our homemade crust. Insert the crust first because it has to sit for 24 hours, and then we can make the rest. This is where the biggest difference from our 30-minute calzone to our 24-hour calzone comes into place. It's the dough. For the calzones, I like this dough because it still gives us that same great flavor that the pizza does, and letting it rest in the fridge overnight helps develop that flavor even more to give it that classic pizza dough flavor that we're all looking for. The softness, the crispness, the little, I don't know, is it fermented? Yeasty? Whatever it is. It's something about it when you let it rest that gives it that, you know the difference. We're mixing up all-purpose flour, salt, and rapid yeast, so no need to wait for it to bloom. Mix those all together and add some water that's been heated to 120 to 130 degrees. You definitely want a thermometer here for this one. Oops, made that a little too hot. Let that cool down some. Now add the water, a bit of olive oil, and honey, but you can use sugar if you want also. And then give it a good stir to combine. If you have a stand mixer, by all means use it. I'm just gonna muscle it out today. Last time I made this, it was a little bit more sticky, but this one's cooperating better, at least for now anyway. I'll grab a bit of flour to dust my hands. You don't wanna add too much, just enough. Now I lift the ball up and coat the bowl with a little bit of olive oil. Cover it and let it rest for 10 minutes, and then we're gonna let it rise in the fridge overnight. 24 hours, baby. Even in the fridge, this will double. For our homemade sauce, we're gonna grab some Roma tomatoes because they're just perfect for this. We're gonna boil them for a few minutes after we score an X on the top so we can peel the skin. Now this is just if you wanna peel the skin, you don't have to, but I am. While that's going, let's chop up some onion and saute them in some olive oil. Let's give them some color, and yes, it made me cry too, but that's part of the fun, right? I guess, maybe. Next, throw in some minced garlic, 3 cloves, and just long enough to get those flavors to wake up. Look how easy the skin comes off. Now chop these peeled tomatoes and add them into the pot. Here we're keeping it at a medium-low for a nice simmer to cook them down. You see the tomatoes are releasing the juice. Just what we want. Now you can cook them down until they're almost a paste, but I'm going to slowly add water so it remains a sauce. While that's simmering, we're going to get some spices to amp up our sauce flavor. Fresh rosemary, just because I have it. We're measuring with our heart today. Oregano, parsley, basil, thyme, salt, and pepper. Do you say basil or basil? You'll see the water's cooking off. So we'll be adding 1/4 cup of water at a time for a total of about 1 to 1 1/4 cups of water. And after about 20 or 30 minutes, you've got yourself a sauce. You've got yourself a winner. Winner, winner, tomato sauce dinner. Last year, I made another marinara sauce, which you can see here, and it's amazing as well. Let's take the sprig of rosemary out. Add a bit of brown sugar to cut down the acidity. You can use honey, maple syrup, white sugar, whatever you want, or just omit it if you don't mind the extra acidity. At this point, the sauce is done, but since we're using it for the calzone, I don't want it too chunky, so we're using my immersion blender. But use whatever you have, a blender, food processor, kids. I'm not making it smooth, I just want it less chunky. That looks good. Let's give it a taste. Quality control here. Now for the filling. It's pretty close to what we did for our 30-minute calzone. We're mixing in ricotta, Italian seasoning, salt, but this time we're freshly grating our cheese, mozzarella, parm, and some Romano. You don't have to mix it like I'm doing, but I think it stays put better and it's easier. You don't have cheese falling out. Now time to assemble. And boom! Cooking show magic. Dough's ready. Another dough magically appears. It's cooking show magic. This one has been sitting in the fridge for 24 hours developing that classic pizza crust flavor. I know it's just dough, but it smells good. I guess it's kind of like that yummy yeasty bread smell. Time to roll out our dough. You don't want to work with too much at a time and not too fast either. I found that you want to use just enough for the size calzone that you're going to be making. Once you pinch it off, roll it out and let it rest a few minutes and then roll it out again. Be patient with this. It's dough. This is the 24-hour dough. Give it time. Just like the last one, we're going to fill it with the cheese mixture, but of course, I've got an upgrade. Let's cut up this pepperoni log, roll, sausage, whatever you call it, and we're going to stuff it full. This pepperoni has great flavor. I like it a lot more than the pre-sliced pepperoni packets. Now, pinch it close and give it a good brush with our butter, garlic, and parsley mix. We're gonna spray our pans into the oven or air fryer in my case, since our oven's still on a little vacation. Let's pop it in at 375. I tried 400 to get a little bit more crispy, but it was a little too much. 375, final answer. Remember to keep an eye on these babies and give them a turn for that perfect golden touch. And if you're feeling extra, give it another brush with that butter mix for a shiny finish. Now break into your cheesy calzone and give it a nice dip in your fresh sauce. Wow, 30-minute calzones or 24-hour calzones, it's your choice. This one has the store-bought ingredients. It's quick, it's easy, it's done in 30 minutes. It's easy to make with the kids. It comes together fast. You can have it on any night of the week. This one, the 24 hours, you're putting love in it. You're taking your time, and it shows with the flavors and how authentic they are. It's high quality, it's restaurant quality. It is delicious. If I had to choose, I would choose this one. I would spend extra time. This one's great also, but this is the winner. So which one do you say won? Less than 30-minute calzone or the 24-hour calzone? Thanks for sticking with me through this 24-hour calzone journey. I hope it inspires you to mix things up in the kitchen and make awesome calzones. Don't forget to subscribe for more home-cooked goodness, and remember, you can find this whole recipe and more at AuntieAlicia'sKitchen.com.